Dana, the bulkheads have closed. I'm cut off.
6 months of planning down the drain. What a mess.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
You can't help me if you can't see him, Ellie. Sit down, Strauss, or I'll blow a hole in your head. I need you to see. Enough!
Ellie.
Don't worry, I didn't hit him that hard. There's thousands of them. They're breaking apart.
Ellie, get out of there.
Oh my God, they're heading this way. Run, Strauss, run!
Ellie, come in. Ellie. Dana. Okay, I'm back. Did you say 6 months? How long have I been here?
3 years. Ever since age 7.
3 years?
Yes. Look, there's no time to explain. There's an ambulance bay around back. I'm uploading the route to your rig. They're jamming my signal.
Video games are becoming more and more about storytelling. In the early days, there wasn't much story in the video games. That was more about the very simple kind of gameplay with achievements. And these days, the real progressive video games have intricate plots and lead you through emotion the same way that a movie would.
A lot of the things that you see in here are actually represented in Dead Space. You know, the look and feel of the doors, stasis chambers, kind of like the almost medical look to the tiling, the very strong fluorescent lighting.
Only the difference in a video game versus a film, it's not a linear story. They create a setting in which you get to experience the story, and so it makes it more complex.
We're not really trying to nail exactly what things look like. We want to just get a feel for what the environment should feel like. How do we establish mood? How do we establish kind of like a background for what's happened here?
If you do one thing, one different thing, it can actually change how the end of the story happens. And that's sort of, you know, that's your inflection with the product that actually allows you to tell a different story.
Generally, when you're trying to figure out how a video game's going to work, we start to come up with some what we call epic moments. A big part of the games that we make here at Visceral contain epic moments, times when players are just really wowed with both what they're seeing and what they're doing.
But you can tell it so many different ways that you actually have a modicum of control over it.
Traveling on a train and you're battling necromorphs and the train kind of comes off the rails, you can kind of get a feeling and see that, like, you know, there's flames and intense speed, and you're actually trapped on this train when it's kind of going haywire. So this was, this is the concept art that actually inspired the train level for Dead Space 2. A smart publisher like EA knows that it needs to cover all the different parts of the gaming public. So EA has, for example, the Sims team, which creates the Sims franchise. You know, EA has studios like Black Box who create Need for Speed and their racing games. Lucky us, we get to be the ones who focus on, mature content, shooters, third-person action games. Games that have an M rating, and so they want each one of their studios to specialize in a certain part of the pie. And so we have a Visceral Montreal, we have Visceral Shanghai, we had Visceral Melbourne until recently. So the idea of having all these different satellite studios around the world is that we can be working on video game 24 hours a day somewhere in the world.